We're explaining what would happen if the sun disappeared. 1. The first thing we'd notice isn't darkness, surprisingly. Light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach Earth, so for 8 minutes, everything would appear completely normal. We'd continue to see the sun shining brightly in the sky, oblivious to the cosmic event that had just transpired. 2. After 8 minutes, the sky would abruptly go dark. It wouldn't be a gradual dimming, but an instantaneous plunge into night. This would have a profound effect on all life on Earth. 3. Plants, which rely on sunlight for photosynthesis, would immediately stop producing energy. This would have a devastating cascade effect on the entire food chain. Herbivores would begin to starve, followed by carnivores. 4. The temperature would plummet. Without the sun's warmth, the Earth would start to rapidly cool. The rate of cooling would be surprisingly fast, particularly in the upper layers of the atmosphere. 5. The oceans would begin to freeze, starting at the poles and gradually spreading towards the equator. This freezing process would likely take several months or even years, depending on the depth of the ocean. 6. Without sunlight, weather patterns would collapse. The winds, driven by solar energy, would weaken and eventually cease. The lack of sunlight and warmth would disrupt the global water cycle. 7. Eventually, the Earth would become a frozen, dark, and lifeless planet. This doesn't mean complete annihilation, but it does mean the end of life as we know it. Some extremophile microorganisms might survive in deep subsurface environments for a while, but the surface would be uninhabitable. 8. Although the sun's gravity would still affect Earth's orbit for a while, as the sun's gravity is no longer present, the Earth will eventually start to wander off in a random direction. Where it eventually ends up is impossible to predict. 9. It's crucial to understand that this scenario is purely hypothetical. The sun is not expected to just disappear. It has a long life ahead of it, though it will eventually expand into a red giant and ultimately collapse into a white dwarf. But a sudden disappearance is a thought experiment that highlights the sun's critical role in supporting life on Earth.